And I'm Klapper. Thank you for joining us. One of the North State's most famous residents has passed away at the age of 107. While this weekend is one that graduating students have been looking forward to for years, as you just saw, it is a busy time for local law enforcement. And I'm Klapper. Thanks for joining us. 2 students are now facing disciplinary action after carrying replica guns onto campus with the intention of pranking their fellow students. Here in the North State, if you've passed the Welcome to Chico sign coming into town recently, you may have noticed something's missing. The Home of Aaron Rodgers sign has disappeared, leaving many wondering, where did it go? Officials with the Butte County Sheriff's Office say they hadn't received a report of the sign being stolen. The green and gold plaque, you may recall, was first put in place along Highway 99 last February after Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. Anyone with information regarding the missing sign is asked to call the Butte County Sheriff's Office.
Let's go to my usual cohort here in the studios now enjoying the nice weather downtown. Klapper, what are you doing there, Kira?
Hey, Alan. You know I am enjoying the nice weather. I look bundled up because I'm anticipating the chill that's going to come, but it's really lovely outside right now. So for anyone with a free night who'd like to come see the beautiful downtown Chico City Plaza illuminate with the community tree, we'd love to have you down here. Really, the weather is beautiful. I'm just prepared. But to join me on this lovely night, Stephanie Junker, you joined me last year at the same time. You actually gave me this Santa hat. Thanks for joining us again. Of course, this community event has happened for many years in a row now. It's the same tree that's being lit, but you're joining us with some interesting factoids about the tree.
Well, the community tree lighting's been taking place for more than 30 years. This particular tree is going on its 8th year of being lit as a gift to the community. There's more than 5,000 lights on the tree this year, and the tree is actually 29 years old, I learned today. It was planted and dedicated to the city in 1982.
Very interesting. It's always good to know some facts about the same old tree we see every day in and out 365 days a year here in Chico, but it's been here for 29 years. Right. It's always nice to know a new thing every day. So right after 6 o'clock tonight, we'll start the program, singers, festivity, and then the tree actually illuminates at 6:30.
Yeah, right around 6:30. We have the Yule logs kicking off in just a little while here for some pre-show entertainment. Sounds of the Valley, and then the Children's Choir of Chico, which is always a treat.
Thank you, Stephanie Junker, so much. Come one, come all. The weather is beautiful, and here to tell us a little bit more about the beautiful weather, we're joined by Chief Meteorologist Chris Kuiper in his beautiful Christmas sweater. Welcome.
I tried to match your hat here, Kira. I tried to get in the Christmas mood here and such, you know.
The Cottonwood woman found murdered in her home over the weekend today was laid to rest. Hundreds gathered at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Redding to remember Karen Duenas. She was an educator at Shasta College and a mother of 5. Friends say Duenas was a pillar of the community and a regular at her son's sporting events for more than 18 years. Shasta County Sheriff Tom Basenko says Duenas was stabbed multiple times, but there still have been no arrests. In about an hour from now, students from Shasta College will remember Duenas in a candlelight vigil at the Shasta College downtown campus. It begins at 6. The unemployment rate in Butte County is still at more than 13%, but some employers in the area do have jobs for the taking. Action News reporter Court Klopping joins us now to explain why many businesses are having trouble filling their open positions. Court, the U.S. Postal Service is banning international shipments of electronics with lithium batteries like smartphones, laptops, and iPads, citing the risk of fire. So beginning Wednesday, consumers may no longer make the shipments, including to Army and diplomatic post offices. That means friends and family will have to use more expensive private companies like UPS and FedEx to ship electronics to U.S. troops based abroad. Lithium batteries are believed to have caused at least 2 fires on cargo planes since 2006.
Still to come, Dress for Success.
As we first reported last night, Clarity Entertainment pulled out of negotiations this week, citing that its location near the airport is too noisy for a soundstage. Thank you, Steve. Back here in California, voters will get to vote on a measure that would increase penalties for human sex trafficking and require social media disclosures by convicted sex offenders. The Secretary of State's office says the measure qualified for the November ballot yesterday after county election officials verified the supporters turned in more than 500,000 valid signatures. Those convicted of sex trafficking could face 15 years to life in prison and fines up to $1.5 million if voters approve. The state assembly has unanimously approved a bill that would prevent employers from asking job applicants for their social media passwords. The bill would ban employers from requiring current or prospective employees to disclose their usernames or passwords for sites like Facebook and Twitter. The bill passed today and now moves to the Senate. The bill's author says there are too few social media privacy laws to protect employees. She cited recent reports that employers are using social media to get answers to questions they can't legally ask on job applications. Several other states are considering similar bans.
The average American woman spends close to $1,000 on clothing every year. Well, I'm not sure what Kira spends, probably more than that, but which is good. The average man, though, half that amount.
Okay, but there are plenty of ways to dress for less. I'm going to ignore your comment. Action News financial reporter Stacey Johnson has 5 tips on how to save on clothes.
It's probably accurate to say that most Americans feel mired in the mess of the Great Recession.
American families and small businesses continue to struggle. The nation's unemployment rate has hovered around 9% for 2 years, and here in California it stands at 11.7%. But if you believe in business cycles, surely recovery lies ahead. Or does it? I went to those in the North State who have survived economic downturns in the 80s and 90s, and I bring you their insight on recovery in tonight's Economy Forward report.
These floors have seen it all. As for their owner, you could say he's modest.
Seen a lot. Not all, not everything, but seen a lot.
The building Collier Hardware calls home has anchored the corner of Broadway and First Streets in downtown Chico since 1871. And in those 140 years, a lot has happened, especially when it comes to the economy. Still, Lou Senna has been a partner and then owner of Collier for 48 of those years.
We've cycled. Businesses always cycle back and forth.
But he says this time
It's a little different because it's a lower ebb, longer lasting.
To an outsider, Collier seems bustling, busy with customers old and new. But Lucena says this down economy is affecting his bottom line. Instead of buying new homes and, say, built-in grills to go along, his customers are picking up parts to fix what they already have. The customers are still coming in, but the big bucks are not. Still, hindsight allows him the ability to remain optimistic that economic recovery does lie ahead.
We've seen worse. Let's put it that way.
Across town at the corner of Bruce Road and East 20th Street is the site of the future Merriam Park, which will hold the new Butte County Superior Courthouse, developed by Chico-based New Urban Builders. Tom DiGiovanni has developed highly desired projects in the North State for nearly 25 years. This is the third downturn he's seen. He, too, believes this time is different.
It's longer, it's deeper, and I do think it reflects a sort of a structural shift that's having to happen in the country.
Although it's been a tough last few years for developers, for everyone, DiGiovanni says the prospect of recovery keeps him going.
At the individual level, it's wrenching, it's difficult, it's in some ways, tragic, but, you live through that too. You can, get to the other side of that.
Merriam Park is the other side for DiGiovanni, who, like Lucena, believes recovery is inevitable.
It will happen again.
If you tune into any GOP presidential debates, you'll see them debating this hot-button issue.
You want the housing market to come back? The economy has to come back.
Let markets work, help people get back to work.
If you are too big to fail, you are too big.
At Golden Valley Bank in Chico, that's certainly not the case. President and CEO Mark Francis opened the bank in 2006 after 25 years in the business. He says his bank continues to prosper when others aren't. Because he's naturally invested in this community where he was born and bred, he offers this bit of advice.
Until, as a community, we decide that we want business to be successful, it's going to be flat. And we need to decide that quickly. That business is what's going to take us out of this recession, depression, whatever you want to call it, and make us prosper for a long time to come.
Though none of these men can pinpoint when the economy will rebound, they feel confident that when it does, they'll still be here with the satisfaction they were able to successfully ride it out.
This week's latest report card for the U.S. economy out today supports recent data showing that the U.S. recovery is gaining some momentum. The Commerce Department said the GDP grew at a 2% annual rate in the third quarter, and that shows promise for the last quarter of this year.
The fun and festivities that Chris and Alan are enjoying today. I got the incredible opportunity to be the passenger in a Korean War vintage fighter jet, the American-made T-33 Shooting Star. Mine was named Ace Maker, which is one of the aircraft you will see perform at this weekend's air show. For me, it was the ride of a lifetime.
We're going to go flying in Ace Maker. It's the T-33 Shooting Star, which started life as a P-80, the United States' first operational jet fighter.
Perfect. The first fighter jet for my first flight in a jet with pilot Gregory Wired Collier.
How many hours do you say you've flown? I heard 4,000.
Roughly about 4,000 hours, and in this aircraft, 300, a little bit over 300.
So I have no reason to be nervous.
You have no reason to be nervous.
Sure. No reason to be nervous getting in a plane that's capable of 7.33 G's positive and flying 600 miles per hour. But my father was a B-29 pilot in World War II. It's in my genes, right? I can do this. Flight suit on, chute and helmet on. I felt as ready as I'd ever be.
What do you hope I get out of the flight today?
Not sickness. No.
I agree.
just hope you get a great smile on your face and you just get to go up and experience it and enjoy yourself.
This was surely something I didn't want to miss capturing with my phone. Soaring over Reading and the vast countryside of the North State was one of the most breathtaking experiences I've ever had. And then something that really took my breath away, we did a roll. I have to admit, the sensation I felt when we did 2 Gs was uncomfortably awesome. When I asked Collier what he hopes the spectators at the Reading Air Show get out of his performance this weekend,
Hopefully they come away just happy and you had a good day of entertainment.
something I definitely did and will always remember.